Shalom. I'd like to start off by giving all glory and honor to Yahweh, Bashim, Yahushai, Bashim, Rakakadash, double honors to teachers, tell us, and apostles of great millstone. Also to you, brothers, so they're putting on the truth, faithfully, fearlessly, feeding the sheep. And to you, brothers and sisters that are tuning in, Shalom. And we seeing going on today what? The rise of the children of Edom, these so-called white people here in Great Babylon, America. Okay, they're now terrified, okay, of the impending, okay, doom of this queendom falling apart right now. They no longer trust their government. They're now resisting, okay, rebelling, okay, you know, there's seditions amongst men that is about to start right now. You got Trump the other day call for what? The people to stand up and rise up because he's supposed to be convicted on Tuesday, you know, in jail, and they want to protest. And the people are going and making TikTok videos saying, hey, screw you, man. We're not going to do that. We're not going to fall for the January 20th, January 6th debacle that took place, where most of those people are still sitting in prison right now, lengthy sentences. Because why? Trump has not even come to try to help them. Okay, they don't care about the people. Okay, so the people are now waking up, okay, to the things that are taking place in Great Babylon, America. Why? They have placed all of their hope, okay, all of their dreams, okay, all of their soul into the things of Great Babylon, America, which is what? Materialistic and carnal. This is the book of Matthew 7, and start verse 24, and it says, therefore, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them, I will liken him unto a wise man, which built his house upon a rock. And this is Yahushua Mashiach speaking, okay, to the disciples, letting them know, okay, that you don't put your faith and trust into these wicked kings, okay, and queens here on the earth. Okay, you don't put your trust into man, you put your trust into Yahweh, Yahushua. And it says, and the rain descended, and the flood came, and the winds blew and beat upon that house, and it fell not, for it was founded upon a rock. This is what you're seeing right, the man of the Lord is doing right now. We're not putting our trust into this place. Yeah, we have to work. We still have to pay bills and everything like that. But we don't put our trust into this place. In fact, when we see any type of disaster take place here in Great Babylon, America, this place is falling financially, and these people are starting to roar right now, which is what you see in the children of Edom. Okay, these so-called white people are now starting to get into all that tizzy. Okay, this is where we throw our hands up and say, we are happy because we have seen the prophecies come into pass. Because why? We've built our foundation, okay, on a rock, okay, do not on the sand. It says, and everyone that hear these sayings of mine and do it, tell them not, shall be likened unto a foolish man, which is what these Edomites, okay, they're children of fools, okay, a base man, which built his house upon the sand, and the rain descended, and the floods came, and the wind blew and beat upon that house, and it fell, and great was the fall of it. So you see, in this queendom has been built on what? Lies, deceit, murder, rape, pillage. That's what these people, these Edomites, that's the reason why they walk around you so proud. Because why? We are the poor, okay, and they see that we have not, okay, building our houses on the sand here, and particularly the man of the Lord, okay, the 1/3, hopefully, lack of Yasharala, okay, and they have done that, and now you see trouble falling. Okay, you got the MOTB that's right around the corner. You seen it looking to change from the paper dollar into the digital currency, which is going to be, which now they realize is a mean to do what? Absolute control over the people on how they spend and how they live their lives. And that great fear is starting to come here in Great Babylon, America. Okay, let's go into the book of 2nd Ezra 6 and start verse 22. And it says, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty, and the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man hear it, they shall be suddenly afraid. Why are they going to be afraid? Because you looking around going, oh boy, you know, the land of the home, you know, for the free and the brave, okay, the land of plenty is starting to become the land of empty, okay, jobs are disappearing, nobody's hiring, you get an all high immoral, you know, society. I mean, it's just a society that's now collapsing. It says, and the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man hear it, they shall be suddenly afraid. At that time shall friends fight one another against each other like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountain shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. So those people who have their trust into this place, that are looking to get the next new car, the big house, or keeping the tea parties, going on vacation, okay, frowning on the poor, okay, you know, exalting themselves. Look at me, I accomplished this, I'm this in society, I'm that, okay. What they're now finding out is that they're hearing that trumpet, okay, is being sounded by us. We going on the highway and the byway. We are showing you through illustration and through these scriptures that this place is falling, okay. Great Babylon is falling, okay, and you people are about to go through a kind of fear and tribulation that you cannot even begin to imagine. And yes, like I said in the beginning, this is the rise of the children of the Edomites, okay, the so-called white people, okay, and you are going to fight. That is an inevitable thing that you cannot disassociate yourself with. Okay, let's go into the book of 2nd Esdras 15, starting with verse 14, because, the Lord gave a warning, okay, of what is to take place. And particularly we have our eyes focused on Mount Seir, which is Great Babylon, America, what they call the United States of America, or the USA. Okay, this is 2nd Esdras 15, starting with verse 14, says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand and fight against another, and swords in their hand, which is the modern day gun. It could be swords, it could be knife, it could be ninjutsu, MMA, boxing, whatever it comes with is going to be an extremely violent time here in Great Babylon, America. Continuing, it says, for there should be seditions amongst men and invading one another, and they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their action shall stand in their power. These people aren't regarding, you get people who are for Trump, these are the hardcore, six-pack Joe, people who are losing everything, people who did not, take the jab, people who are looking to have America be great again, people who are looking, to have that, race and reign supreme and white supremacy and all that stuff, they're on the red team, okay, with Trump, and the other team, the faggots and the sodomites and all the other soft people who are, dolly and rich and eating nice dinner and have the great jobs and everything like that, they're on the side of Joe Biden or the so-called Democrats. Okay, you two have two wicked horns. Okay, but they are going to clash. Okay, and this lesson really is going into these Edomites. These other nations are going to be, clashing. You're going to have a royal rumble here. We have the 18 nations here, including Yasharala, so-called Black Americans and Latinos, going to get in the mix of that. But this lesson really, okay, is a focus on these Edomites because they are going to fight. See, they always have this idea they're going to be organized, they're going to work together, we're going to work things out, and all the other different stuff. Let's have peace, let's join hands like that. But this is not the plan of the Lord. The Lord does not have plan for these Edomites, okay, to go down, into perdition, okay, in a nice soft landing. Okay, this is the book of Isaiah 19, starting with verse 1. It says, the burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord Yahweh shall ride upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved out of his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. Now we come out often and we let people know and we identify who this place, what they call America, the United States of America, is known as spiritual Egypt and Sodom. Okay, we can go into Revelations 11, verse 8, where it says, and their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. Hey, though, let's not play stupid, you doggone Edomites, you so-called white people. Okay, I'll read that again. It says, and their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. There is no other place on this earth, okay, that promotes sodomy, okay, and slavery, okay, than this place, Great Babylon, America, okay, where our Lord was crucified. And they of the people and kindreds and tongues and nations shall see their dead bodies 3 days and a half, and shall not suffer their dead bodies be put in the graves. Okay, they knew who we were. We didn't know who we were. Okay, and it's talking about us, the same, us so-called blacks, Native Americans, and Latinos. And it says, and they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them and make merry, and shall send gifts to one another, because these two prophets tormented them that dwell on the earth. So they didn't. None of us knew that we were from the southern kingdom, and none of us knew we were from the northern kingdom. Okay, all we knew we were so-called blacks, Native Americans, and Latinos. That's all we knew. And these people laid joyous to themselves, like how these kings, these gods, don't know who they are. Okay, because we were dead. This is part of that Deuteronomy 28 judgment that we had. Okay, where we were set up to be slaves for Esau and build his wicked queendom. Okay, but we ourselves didn't prosper from it. And it says, after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from power entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. That's the fear they're seeing right now. You are seeing what is called, they would term it probably the anti-nigger movement, because why? See, they're for the first time they're seeing men that are in order, that are standing out there on the highway and the byway, dressed up in sackcloth, doing what? Testifying, okay, of the destruction of this wicked queendom called Great Babylon, America. Okay, the fall of the so-called white man. We are no longer, okay, a part of this world. We are no longer building, okay, our house on the sand anymore. We are building on the rock. We trust in Yahweh Shai Mashiach to get us out of this place. Okay, let's go back to Isaiah 19 and verse 2. It says, and I will set the Egyptians against Egyptians, which is who? The Americans, okay? These so-called white people, okay? These Edomites are going to go against each other, and they shall fight everyone against his brother and everyone against his neighbor. See? So those neighbors, if we can't drive through, they'll call the cops on you or maybe shoot you. Okay, guess what? They're going to be clashing against each other and burning each other, okay? And these cities, sometimes these cities you go into, you can't afford to live in these cities and stuff. You got to go live in the boroughs and the ghettos and stuff like that. Guess what it says? City against city and kingdom against kingdom. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof. And they shall seek to their idols and to their charmers and to them that are familiar spirits and to the wizards. So they're going to go to their, those people that, who predict the stock market, those people who can predict what is going to take place next, or we're going to go to a recession, for 2 years, blah, blah, blah. Gold price is going to go up to their dollar, which is going to drop, all that. They're going to go to all their charm and witchcraft because what? These people are wicked. They don't know Yahweh Shai Mashiach. They don't know Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Okay? They still don't really believe in the prophecies that we are going over there and showing them, even though right now they're going through all of this, tribulation that's starting to begin, that's going to get, worse. Okay? And it says, and the Egyptians will I give over into the hands of a cruel Lord, which is all these people, okay, the Bilderbergs, the Rockefeller, okay, George Soros, okay, the people who really run the stuff here. And I'm not even talking about these, puppet, government that they have set up, these puppet presidents like Biden and, and Trump and the rest of them like that. But, they could be counted too. And it says, and a fair king shall rule over them, said the Lord of hosts, Yahweh Shemai Shai. Why? Because he's a man of war, okay? So we've identified that this place is spiritual Egypt and Sodom, okay? We can go and you can see that these Sodomites are there, and it's Egypt. Okay, this is what this place is known for the slavery of the children of Israel. Okay, Yasharala, also called Blacks and Americans and Latino, and also everybody else that are here, which includes these Edomites. Okay, this is the reason why they're rising up, because now they realize, okay, that what they're nothing but doggone peasants, slave peasants. Okay, this is the book of Ecclesiastes 14. And starting with verse 5, and it says, he that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? The so-called white man is evil to himself. He's evil to his own people, okay? So he had them bamboozled with the so-called white privileges and the laws that were set up to really throw Jake into prison and put Jake to death. And nobody give a crap when they see a dead nigga on the side of the street or getting choked out or killed or murdered, whatever cases like that. Nobody can. Now this is now going to be falling on them, because why? They're being given, okay, to be ruled over by a cruel Lord. See, this is how the Lord, Yahweh Shemai Shai, work. This is how we're going to be getting that redemption from like that. And we are seeing this. And it says, he shall not take pleasure in his good. There is none worse than he that envied himself, and that is a recompense of his wickedness. So you get the empire of Edom, okay, which is not only here in North America, okay, which includes Canada, but you get the empire of Edom stretching all the way down to Argentina, across, in Africa, all across in Europe, okay, even them damn Russians, okay, and down in Australia. Okay, and what do you see them doing right now? They're disagreeing and mumbling, the seditions amongst these nations. They're getting ready to go fight on a global scale. But I love to focus here on Great Babylon America, because why? We walk amongst these peasants every single day that scorn us. These are the ones that have oppressed us, because these are the ones that can hire you in a job and they don't. Okay, these are the ones that doggone accuse you of things and get you thrown in jail. Okay, these are the ones, okay, that are crying out, okay, white supremacy over us. Okay, so we are being oppressed by these low-level peasants, okay, these piece of shit, okay, white people that are walking around, so-called white people that are walking around daily in our lives. And it says, and if he do it good, he doeth it unwilling, and at the last he will declare his wickedness. So right now, the so-called white man is declaring his wickedness. And guess what? The children of Edom, okay, these so-called white people, these peasants, okay, are seen, and that's why they're rising up right now. There is going to be a fight. You can't get out of it, because guess what? You are slaves to your master, okay, that looks just like you, okay? You talk on so-called white people, you Edomites, okay? Let's close up with the book of Isaiah 24 and start verse 10. It says, a city of confusion, which is what? Great Babylon America, is broken down. Every house is shut up, that no man may come in. There is a crying of wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. It is gone right now. These so-called white people have never been laid off, okay, for this length of time like that. They're going to run out of unemployment now. They're being threatened to have whatever little that they have, okay, being taken away from them to be under constant surveillance, okay. They have a sleeping president, leader that doesn't give a crap about them. He can barely walk up a flight of stairs. Okay, their military is in disarray. It's ruled by women and doggone Sodomites. Okay, and everything is falling apart here. The infrastructure, everything right now is going to pieces. And it says there's a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. In the city is left desolation, and the gate is smitten with destruction, because that's what you're going to see here. Because why? You people are going to rise up. You so-called white people are going to rise up, and you're going to murder and kill each other. You're going to rape and pillage. You're going to do all the kinds of damage. Why? Because you're the only ones really that have anything for anyone else to go take. Okay, Okay, and we can go into Judah being a terror unto Egypt, which is what? Great Babylon, America. Because why? Who has a house? Who has the food? Who's storing up stuff and all that stuff? You doggone so-called white people, you Edomites, okay? But the Lord has put the spirit in you to do what? Terrorize each other, and that is what's going to take place. So be prepared to go and fight each other, because the city is broken down, the murder of the land is gone, and this is just only the beginning stages, okay, of the great tribulation that's going to hit Great Babylon, America, leading to the absolute destruction of this place. Okay, so Lord willing, you are edified. I'd like to close by giving all glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash, double honors to teachers, elders, and apostles of great millstone, also to you brothers that they put on the truth, faithfully, fearlessly, fearlessly, and to you brothers and sisters, to me, Shalom, BPA, and I'm all above.
The dream is over.